Okay, Kitty Pies, it's Sunday, January 28th, 2024, and I'm working on the 60 bug restoration. I am cutting out the rust in the front firewall area, or kick panel, whatever you want to call it. And I'm glad I did. I'll show you in a little bit. But that right there, that panel, this panel here, that's that panel from Finland, Vitoran or something. Very nice quality. It fits really good. So I'm glad I cut that out, because if you see here, that's the old panel that I cut out. All that rust just filled that seam. So I'm glad I decided to cut it out instead of patch it. See that? And here's the panel I cut off, that panel I put in. It doesn't come all the way up to the top of the firewall. It comes up to about that hump right there. But I didn't want to go that high because it doesn't come with this. I wanted to leave that intact. So let me show you how I did that. So I measured down and cut that off. This is the old piece that came out of it. Really, it looks good on this side. But notice on the other side. Okay. Now I'll show you. I just got it sitting in here for now to test fit it. And I'll show you here. Slide it up. Okay, so let me show you here. What I'm gonna do is, I know I'm probably gonna get beat up online for this, but I've been doing this in the body work field for years. I'm gonna panel bond it on the inside of that, and I'm going to weld the sides. So if you notice here, let me get my light here. If you notice here, I stepped that panel inward, okay, the whole length. See how I stepped it in there? Maybe you can see it better there. Okay. Now what this panel is going to do is I'm going to slide that step there up under this piece here, and I'm going to panel bond it to this. So that's where that line is. I knew I had to cut below that line. I'm going to panel bond it to that. Won't get any warpage. It'll be nice and strong. And then on the sides here, I'm going to plug weld the sides. Okay. And then I'm probably going to weld the bottom or panel bond the bottom. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So that'll be a nice clean job. There'll be a little tiny seam here. Little tiny seam. I'm just going to fill it with Marglass and finish it off with body filler. Okay, so that's that panel there. Now I have the inner firewall panel I'm going to cut out. I'm glad I got that too, because look at all that rust in there. From the inside, the other side, it looks good. But now that you open it up, this was the whole bottom of this car like this. Okay. And I got the classic fab panel for this, the inner firewall. See how it looks good from in here? Looks like there's hardly any rust there, but you look on the other side and you see all that rust. So I'm glad I got the classic fab panel. Okay. Nice and heavy duty. Once again, right here, I'm gonna panel bond it. Okay. You'll never see it. And then plug weld the sides. I don't know, let me see if I can get this panel up. It seems to be fitting okay. I'm just hoping, let me see here. I'm just hoping it fits good up in here, along that hook right there, along the Pope's hat. So, I also have all new stainless 304 grade lines I'm going to run up into the tunnel later on. I'm going to cut the bottom of the tunnel out. And then I'm going to run all new fuel lines. I'm going to run all new choke cable lines in stainless. So hopefully that'll solve all that stupid rust problems. Okay, just a quick update on how I'm going to do this. Now, panel bond, when you panel bond something, you need to grind it so the glue, panel bond has something to grip to. I'm using a 36 grit. I'm going to grind that little seam there where the panel bond goes, and then I'm going to clamp it. And it'll set up overnight, but it takes 2 weeks for it to totally cure. So it's a nice clean job, very strong, if you do it right. Now, you have to prep the metal right. Like I said, you have to grind it, give that glue something to grab onto, okay, and then clamp it good, and you should be good to go. So if you ever having doubts on about patching those in there, I would just go ahead and replace it. It's a lot easier. You'll know, definitely you won't have any rust in that area. Okay, Kitty Pie, Sunday afternoon here in northern Maryland. And I know the Ravens are playing, but I could care less about that stupid game. I'd rather be working on my Volkswagen. Okay, Kitty Pies.